Satsavi turvarenyam Vargo devasya dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayam Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. So I know a lot of you know me, but I also know a lot of you are going to watch this who don't know me. So welcome, my name's Alex, and we're going to have a little bit of an intense real life talk tonight. And so I will be showing it on the screen for on Zoom. Someone is saying, wow, you look fantastic. Thank you so much. I feel fantastic, and just getting used to feeling fantastic. And this is a new chapter of my life, feeling fantastic every day. That's definitely not been the case for me. And I want to tell you all about how I healed myself. And right now, maybe you're feeling my energy extra intense all the way where you are, because I'm so excited. One of my students just informed me that she's having menstruation for the first time without any pain. And she was just about to decide if she was going to do a surgery for endometriosis. And those of you who know me, you know that I've healed endometriosis and I've been in surgery. And so when someone tells me that, it's just like my heart is like wide open, and I'm just so happy for her. And I want to help much more people, and I want to help especially a lot of women. So what we're going to talk about tonight is we're going to talk about how hormones and trauma is related, how it is all connected. And I want to show you my screen. I'm so good at sharing my screen. So this is an affirmation that I've been working on for a while. But let's see if I actually am good at sharing my screen tonight. Nope. Yeah, maybe now. Yes, there it is. So we're going to be talking about our hormones. And I want to just like, see if I can, like that. Yes. So how can we actually heal our trauma and heal our hormones, or heal our trauma, or heal our hormones and heal our trauma? Like, how are those two things actually connected? We're going to talk about that. So my name's Alex, as I said. I'm 34 years old. I've been on this journey of healing for more than 11 years. I'm the founder of Daoist Yin Yoga Denmark. I'm a master of Akashic Records healing, and I'm also an OT specialized in pain. So OT shortly means that I'm an occupational therapist, which means that I'm really good at determining problems and solving them when it comes to our daily life and finding meaning in our daily life. And then I specialized in chronic pain, like literally what happens in the brain when we have chronic pain. And what qualifies me to say anything about like your trauma, your pain, how you should heal yourself. So what qualifies me is, of course, my education, that I've spent my time and effort on learning about pain and trauma and how it is connected in our subconscious mind. But I also studied something very different than normal people study. So I studied Tantra. I studied something called Tantric Yoga. I studied something called chakra healing, Reiki healing, Kundalini Yoga. For 3 years, I was very much into Tantra and understanding. So those of you who doesn't know what is Tantra, is our sexual energy. So I studied what's actually happening in my womb, because I was having a lot of problems with my menstruation. So naturally, I was curious about my womb. I was curious about what's happening in my womb right now. And I was curious to understand and own my own sexual power. This was something that I was just always interested in. And I took it quite far, I will say, until I met my master later in life. But anyway, I then studied like different techniques in yoga and healing, and I started teaching it, and I've been teaching it for 11 years now. I taught more than 500 yoga classes, qigong classes. I've been having 8 teacher trainings, and more than 1,000 healing sessions. And I've come really far in healing myself. Something I also want to say is that I deeply studied Taoism. And for me, there's a huge difference between Chinese medicine and Taoism. The big difference so for those of you who know TCM, Chinese medicine, it's amazing. Do it. Go to acupuncture. But for those of you who don't really know, like, what is then Taoism and why is she comparing that? Like, what is that? Right? So Taoism is where TCM came from. So originally, in the Taoism, you would do healing. You would do like practices, but Taoism is more like a shamanistic practice where the TCM is one medicinal practice that we took out of that. And so the difference between Taoism and TCM in Danish Kinesisk Medicine is that in Taoism we do rituals. We work with spirituality. We work with energy. We work with that metaphysical thing and we talk about it naturally. It's not hide it away somewhere. We're not trying to make evidence. It's not evidence-based what we're doing. We're doing spiritual work on ourselves. This is Taoism. It's a different ball game. So I lived and I studied in a Taoist temple with my master in China for 6 months. I studied pain therapy and trauma, like I said, but who did I study with? So I went on courses with Peter Levine. I went on courses with someone named Mosley, who's a scientist, and also with Simon Rost, who is a Danish scientist. So these are some background facts about me, but more importantly, why am I here? Why can I help you heal your pain, your trauma, and help you to put those things together? Like, how do I know this? So I healed myself. And I think that's maybe the most important thing to know when you're looking for someone to help you. Did they walk those steps themselves? Did they actually do it? Like, did they actually heal themselves, or is it just something they say that they did? And how did they do it? Is it did the person that is sitting in front of you saying, I can help you, is the way they help themselves the way that you want to help yourself or not? So for me, the way that I want to heal myself and the way that I want to help myself is through movement and something that doesn't require medicine. Because every time I take medicine, I get more sick. And this was the problem for me. So when I was 13, I started to have menstruation pain, and then I started to take the hormones. And I was on these hormones until I was, I don't know, in my 20s, something like that. And I always had problem with my menstruation, even though I was taking the hormones. And I also had chronic pain, especially from the age of 17 until I was 25. I was suffering from fibromyalgia. It was very severe chronic pain that I was having. And this path of suffering led me on a path of healing. Because every time I tried to work with the doctors or do what I was told by the Western way, I would get more sick. I would go more down. I would lose my energy. I would have other symptoms. So I had to find another way. I had to find my own ways, kind of like I was guided on that path. So I healed myself, and the path that I found that was the right match for me, I'm not saying it is for you, but it was the right match for me. It was Qigong and Dao Yin Yoga. And those two tools are like Taoist practices that help you transform negative energy, you can say, into positive energy. It's like doing alchemy on yourself, really. So it's like you have one kind of fluid inside you and you change that fluid into something else. And when you change that, everything changes. Your thoughts, your emotions, your body. Some of you are saying you look amazing because I changed that. I changed it. I transformed negativity into positivity. And sometimes I correct my partner when he says, "Oh, that's like the your teaching," and I always say, "This is not my teaching. This is not my teaching. This is so old, has nothing to do with me." It's like what I'm teaching in my trainings and what I did on myself is like 5,000 years old. Nothing to do with me. What it has to do with me is like that I'm interested in it, I love it, and it healed me. That's what it has to do with me. And I'm really good at teaching and talking and blah, 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 being on the screen and all this stuff. I'm good at that. But the practice itself is not mine. The practice is really old. It's just for you to know that what healed me has healed people in generations after generations. It's the way that the masters used to heal themselves. Anyway, so I found a path. And when I started talking about this, like people didn't believe me. Like my family wouldn't believe me. Like physical therapists, occupational therapists, doctors, a lot of doctors, they wouldn't believe me. It's not possible to heal from that. It's a coincidence. But then something has changed the last year. Like this year, luckily, stuff is changing finally. So, what is changing is there's a man in the world. And if you don't know him, you should know him. His name is Gabor Mate. I'm not sure I'm saying his name correctly, but Gabor Mate wrote a lot of books. He wrote one book that I'll recommend you is called, I can show you in a minute, but it's called like The Myth of Normal. And it's like a book about how wrong we are in the Western society and that nothing is really normal. Anyway, he said something that changed the way we do medicine, the way we view medicine, the way we view how to heal mental illness. So he says, trauma is not what happened to you. So let's just stay with that sentence for just a moment. So I want you to think about what happened in your life. Maybe you went through sickness, losing someone you love, someone like you were in a fight or you were in an accident, you almost died, you lost a pet. I don't know what happened to you, but what happened to you is not the trauma. I just want you to really understand that the trauma is not what happened to you. This is not the trauma. The trauma is the energy that is stuck in the body from what happened to you. So I'm going to say that again. So the trauma is the energy that's stuck inside your body from what happened to you. So some groovy stuff happens in our subconscious mind when we have trauma. Because you know, in your conscious mind right now, I'm sitting here, I'm looking at Alex talking about something. But maybe in your subconscious mind, it's saying, this is dangerous. Watch out. I'm not safe. And there's something in your nervous system working. And I'm doing like this because it's like the nervous system is activated. It's working. Your conscious mind is saying, I'm fine, everything around me is all right. But your subconscious mind, that's the deeper part of your awareness, is saying, I'm not safe. And if something outside you, let's say something's going on underneath, some energy is stuck in your body, something's going on down there, and then all of a sudden outside you, there's something that doesn't seem safe. Someone yells. I was just in USA, someone shoots with a gun in the middle of the street, all right? That's like weird things happen around you. It can also be a smell comes that reminds you of something that happened. It can be an email or a loved one is sick or something, this we call a trigger. Something outside triggers you. When you get that trigger, within a split second, the only thing you can feel, and the only one who is home, I say, like the only one who's home inside you, is your past self that's stuck, or the energy that's stuck in that moment. So in a split second, you're 4 years old and you're yelling at your partner, why do you do that? And or in a split second, you're just crying in the bathroom because now you just lost your father all over again, even though it's like 20 years ago. Or in a split second, you get a strong pain, so strong you can't even stand up. Or you hear, that's something that I have a lot. So I didn't even begin to explain to you how many things I healed in myself. PTSD is a thing that I healed in myself. And so when you have PTSD, the thing you get is like a ringing in the head, really loud, and then a lot of negative thoughts, like groovy things start to happen in your head. And it's like, what? You can't hear anything. You just hear, eh. This is a trigger. And then the only thing that's real for you in that moment is the past moment. And you can be in the present, living out the past. This is trauma. So it's like you're feeling that energy or that feeling, like it comes up again. So trauma is not what happened to you, it's the energy stuck in the body from what happened to you. The funny thing is, we stay the same in Taoism. It's the same. This means that the Taoists, they knew this 5,000 years ago. Yeah, that's how late we are, right? Like 5,000 years ago, they figured this out. But in Taoism, they talk about it in a different way. Yeah, I wanted to say that I didn't only just like heal myself, I'm like helping a lot of people heal. And they're really happy about that, for sure. Anyway, so in Taoism, we talk about this in a different way. I wanted to show you this one. Yeah. So in Taoism, everything is a little bit more mystical, but basically your organs are like spirits inside you. Like, how can I explain this to you? So, so in Taoism, we will say that if something negative happened to you, let's say that you got a shock, or you're in an accident, or you lost someone you love, this energy will get stuck in the body in your organs. So if you, let's say you were in like just think about something that happened to you. Like, don't go into the memory, just like think about, okay, this happened. Like I lost someone I love, for example. Depending on what happened to you, that trauma will go somewhere in your organs. It will go somewhere in your energy, and it will stay there, and it will make problems. So the trauma is not the event, I lost someone I love, or like my pet died. That's not the trauma. It's the energy that got stuck in your organs. It's the energy that got stuck within you that's the problem. Because energy that's negatively charged is cold energy. I'm going to say that again. So energy that's negatively charged is cold energy. Cold chi is cold. That means you have cold hands, you get cold. And trauma energy in Taoism is cold energy. And it creates problems in your body. So let's say, so depending on each organ, trauma will go to different spirits inside you. This is where Taoism is a little bit more complicated. So tonight we don't have like 5 hours together. I would love that. But maybe we can do that another day. So I want to keep it short and easy for you to understand. So if you look at this picture, I want you to imagine that the fire here on the top, this your heart. And your heart represents inner peace when it's in harmony. Then here on the right side, you have the earth, and this represents your spleen and stomach. When your spleen and stomach is in harmony, you feel a lot of trust, and you feel really calm, and you feel earth, so you feel really grounded. The metal here, it represents your lungs and your large intestine. And when this is in harmony, it's easy for you to let go. Super easy, you just let go, you transform yourself, you cry easily, you let go of attachment easily. The water, it represents your kidney and your bladder. And when your kidney and bladder is in harmony, you feel a sense of hope and a lot of courage. And so then you have your wood. This would be your liver and your gallbladder. And your liver and your gallbladder represent like a feeling of determination, moving things. So depending on what kind of problem you have, it will affect these different organs, this different part of you. And a lot of us, we grow up in environments where it's not the perfect harmony. Like there's a lot of things that come into our bodies that are not good for us. And when we talk about trauma, so then let's say you grow up in an environment where someone is yelling. They yell at you, they get so angry and they say, why are you doing this and this? What happens then is that inner peace that's supposed to be in the heart, it becomes fear in the heart closes itself. That harmony that's supposed to be in your spleen about feeling grounded and ease and trust, it becomes worry and doubt. Why are they yelling at me? What can I do differently? What did I do wrong? The energy of the lungs, where you were supposed to feel ease and trust and easy to let go, it's like, I can't let go of anything because no one loves me. And the part of you that in the kidneys were supposed to feel like hope and courage to be yourself totally disappears, and you're like, I'm not really safe here, so I better just fit in. And the energy that is in your liver about, I will move forward and I will show who I am, becomes anger. Or it becomes anger towards the person that's yelling at you, or you start to hate yourself. So trauma is the core problem in our life. A trauma is if someone yells at you, it's that simple. That creates a negative circle of energy that goes into all the 5 elements. And depending on what the trauma is, it will affect more or less the 5 elements. So what we're going to talk about today is how can I heal my trauma and then heal my physical problem. So when we have a trauma, let's say you lost someone, then you will have a trauma here in your lungs. Oh. Let's say you lost someone you love, then you will have a trauma here in your lungs. Then there will come cold energy into the lungs, into the metal element, and this will affect all the elements. This will then affect that your emotional body becomes more yin, which means that you will start thinking a lot, feeling a lot, being highly sensitive, and you will start to have problem in your kidneys. So the thing is, the energy moves around. It doesn't just stay in one place, but it goes in deeper in each organ. And what we do when we heal trauma is we release those energies out of the body. So we do exercises, physical exercises, to release that cold energy out of the body. How do we release energy out of the body? It's really simple. The Daoists have been doing it for 5,000 years. We tap the body. We hit the body. Because when you hit the body, the nerves wake up, and also you move the chi. And actually, what you want is to move your energy. When you move your energy, so then it opens up and the trauma can get out. And then new energy comes in. It's that simple. That's one way to do it, is to hit the body, tapping. Another way to do it, to release all this old energy out, is to scream, to get it out, to cry, to let it out. Another way that they use in Taoism a lot is to, how can I say, to breathe in a special way, to use the breath to release on the exhale out old and negative energy. And negative energy is not mean is a bad energy, it's just negatively charged. That means it's a cold energy. And cold energy creates problem in your body. Cold energy will make your body feel tired, cold, depressed, angry, sad, negative, which is not bad, but it creates sickness. So Daoyin yoga and Qigong is created to release all negative energy out of your body. It's doing it naturally when you do the exercises and bring the 5 elements into harmony. So our hormone system is highly dependent. I will show you this. Our hormone system is highly dependent on 3 of these 5 elements. So just think for a moment about where your womb is. So your womb in Danish is livmor. So where is that? Okay, it's down here, right? Down here. That means it's, you can't really see on this drawing, but it's the lowest of the 5. And it's connected energetically with your kidneys. So your kidneys are linked, you can say, with your genitals. So if you're a man, also is your balls and your genitals, like the whole is connected with your kidney. And for the woman, it's the entire womb. So it's also the cervix, the lips, the ovules, everything is connected to the kidneys. How many eggs you have, how good your sperm is, all these things is kidney problem. It's kidneys. If you can make babies or not, how your babies are doing is kidneys, coming from the kidney chi. Your life force energy, we're going to talk about this more in a moment, but your life force energy, your DNA, your vital energy, your sexual energy comes from your kidneys. So the kidneys is the water of the body. It's where the water is stored, and the water here, it is like, you can think of it like a soup that you carry around inside you. And this soup, it's like a soup that you're born with. And this soup, it lives in your kidneys. And every time you spend a little of that soup, you lose a year of your life. So every year we lose a little bit of the soup. So the older we get, the more of the water comes out. This is the energy in the kidney. So our sexuality and our womb energy and our cycle is related to kidneys. All right, so remember that. My kidneys is the one that determines how it's doing, how my cycle is doing. But then it has some other components that's very important. So the other one that's actually in charge of your hormones is your liver. Your liver is the boss, you can say, of your hormones. So when you, like how you're doing with your menopause, how you're doing with your cycle, how your bleed is, how your mood is your liver energy, your liver and your gallbladder. Some of you maybe don't have the gallbladder, that's a different story, but don't worry, you still have the meridians. So your liver has to clean the blood. That's like the job of the liver, is cleaning up. It's like the detox machine of your body is your liver. And I tell you, there is a lot to clean up. So we really need to take very good care of our liver in our day because of all the pesticides that's in our water, in our food, all the added things that's in our food is really dangerous, all right? So it's really on a job, this liver. A lot of the hormone sicknesses that you will see, like endometriosis, PCOS, postpartum, this is more a liver problem. So a lot of the problems comes or stems from the liver. And the liver needs help to detoxify your blood. It needs help to detoxify your qi. Something that is really interesting, though, is that the liver is really related. So if we like think about it, so your kidneys, they are related to how safe you feel. It's really all about safety. Do you feel safe or not? That's your life force energy. Do you feel safe in this life? That is in that kind of value, or what you can say, is in your kidneys. But then your liver, it's all about, like, how can I explain this? Do you have a natural way of using your own power to create the life you want? Like, it's about determining your life. It's about taking action in your life. It's about movement. And the liver is really about movement, moving your life forward. If it's out of balance, you will get really angry. This anger, it can come to others. It can be like you yell at others, or you get really negative. Or you internalize your anger and it stays inside the liver, and then it becomes guilt and shame. And when that happens, diseases start to grow because you didn't express the energy, it stayed inside. So a lot of the hormone diseases, it's like because we didn't learn as women to express our anger and to get that energy out there. Like, how many women are kung fu fighters or like boxers, or some of us, but a lot of women are taught to behave nicely and not express this kind of fire. And that's actually what you need to express to help the liver get this energy out. So a lot of the problems that I see in a lot of my clients, it comes from here, that the anger is stuck inside and it's never been expressed. And then it's internalized as self-blame and guilt, basically. So then the last organ that is part of making sure that you have a good cycle, that you have a healthy cycle, or hormone, how can I say, hormone balance, because a lot of you, maybe you don't have a cycle. So also determining how your menopause is going, all right? This is your spleen. Your spleen is really important because your spleen is part of what? Not cleaning the blood, but creating new blood. And your spleen is really important when it comes to like absorbing the nutrients that you need in order to create new blood cells. And as a woman, so this is something, if I were you, I would write this down because it's so important, and you can like research about this, and it's so easy to research about this. As a woman, your body is called a blood body. That means your life force energy, your sexual energy, your being is dependent on your blood. So how long time you bleed, how you bleed, when you go on menopause, this is all very important for you to take care of in order to have good health, a balanced energy, a long life without diseases. So your life force energy, like how old you get, when you get sick, your overall energy is related to how your blood is doing. Where a man, his energy is related to his chi and his jing, which is much more easy. And it's like when you know that, you're like, oh, it's so much more easy to be a man, because that means they don't have a cycle. So they don't get tired each month. Their hormones doesn't go like this. They don't have that. So they have a cycle. Actually, I'm speaking wrongly. I'm sorry, take that back. Men have a cycle. It's from Monday to Sunday. That's their cycle in Taoism. But the female cycle is a 30-day cycle. We're following the new moon and the full moon. Where the men's cycle is a 7-day cycle. They can get affected by the full moon, but normally they will actually get more energy from the full moon. So it's very different to be a man. They have to be careful about not ejaculating too much, because then they will lose their chi. But basically their chi is related to their life force in their in their sperm, like in their kidneys. So for a man, if they start to accumulate their sperm, and they start to really work on accumulating their energy and not ejaculating, they can get really old, really, really old. So every time you bleed, there is a good part. I want to always say the positive thing. So every time you have the menstruation and you let go of the blood, after, like when you do that, the body is literally detoxing old emotions, old traumas, old energy, toxins, anything that it's like, where can I, like this blah thing that I don't want anymore, where can I put it? Oh, I'm gonna send it there. And then it comes out. It goes out there, all right? When you have your menstruation, all your pores are open, and you start to let go. You start to sweat toxins out. You start to be drained of energy, and you start to feel like you're letting go. You're letting go of old energy. I have my menstruation right now. But those of you who've known me for a long time, normally when I have my menstruation, I'm crying on the floor, screaming in pain. I'm having crazy trauma reactions, and I don't have energy. And right now, no symptoms. I'm just bleeding, enjoying it. I'm happy. It's amazing. I'm letting it go. This is thanks to the Taoist practices that I'm doing every day. Jeanette is saying, so I'm not taking any hormones. I've not been taking any hormones for 6 months now. I stopped with everything. Yeah, no hormones. They gave me so many problems. So I've not been doing that for 6 months now. None of that for me, thank you. Yeah. All right. So the spleen, the liver, and the kidneys. Those three together are the ones that we want to work at to have a good, healthy cycle. Then, and especially when we're talking about like our physical cycle, that the blood comes out, that we have good energy every month. Then something really interesting about your womb. Your womb is the center of your emotional body in Taoism. So any problem that you're feeling in some of your organs, she will feel it. Your womb will feel it. Any situation that happens during a month or your life, she will absorb it and she will remember it. And then when you start to bleed, you will let it out. You like get it out. But that also means that, let's say you had a really intense month. So then when you have your menstruation, maybe there are some emotions to let out. So this is related to the last two elements. This is the heart and the lungs. So when you start to work on your womb, you will also heal your heart and your lungs. You will actually heal all 5 elements. When you start to heal all 5 elements, you will heal your entire womb. And the womb is like, I will say, the dark mother, because it's like, so the womb in Taoism, we call it the darkness. And it means like inside that darkness, life came. That was the light. So the womb is yin, which is cold and dark. And yang is the life that came where they grew a little baby, right? So inside the darkness, there's light. And inside the light, there's darkness. This is basic Taoism. So the womb is the yin aspect of you. And so if you have a problem with your hormones, and you have a problem with your cycle, you have a problem with yin energy. You have a problem with the feminine aspect of your body. And so what you want to do is you want to heal that, right? When you heal the core of that, you will heal all 5 elements. So Taoism is really interesting because a lot of us, we think that we think with the head, not with the heart, or with the liver, or with the lungs, or with the womb. But in Taoism, how you think depend on how your organs are doing. How you feel, emotions, how your emotions are, is coming from your emotion, like from your organs. Your organs create who you are. So we say like this, it's like a Daoist way. So how you think become how you feel. How you feel become how you act. How you act becomes the character you're playing in your life. So it's, if you change your organs, you change the way you're thinking, and you change the way you're feeling, you change the way you're acting, and you change your life. So by healing your organs, you change your life. Not the other way around. In the Western society, it's like we think we're separate or something. No, you're a spiritual being living inside a physical body, like all the body, not just in the head, but all the body. So what you change in the body, you change in the mind, you change in your life. Then another interesting thing is, if you are so stubborn that you want to keep being a victim of your past, and you want to keep hating the ones that did that to you, or you want to keep being bitter on that, and you want to keep pointing the finger, you want to keep being angry or whatever, being a victim. If that is the case, then you create problems in your own organs over and over and over again. And then you create a disease. So you can also heal your organs and your hormone problems by changing the way you're acting, the way you're feeling, and the way you're thinking. Right? So it's also the other way around. It's not just your organs determine how you think and feel, but how you think and feel affect your organs. It's both ways, babies. It's both ways. And I'm so tired of hearing people's only one way, only the other. It's both. It's holistic. It's all together. And it's so fast. Anyway, so what we want to do is we want to change this energy. How do we do that? How do we change this energy? So I learned this really amazing practice from my master. And this practice is only for kidney, liver, and spleen. Only. And it's specifically designed for women who have hormone problem or digestive problem. I've been teaching this to women and they're healing all over. And I'm just so grateful, and I heal myself. And it takes maybe 1 minute per day, and it heals all hormone problems, all digestive problems. Men can do it, women can do it. And so what you want to check in yourself now, you want to check if movement, like doing a physical thing with your breath and tapping your body and working on your chi and moving your energy and healing your organs, is the way for you to heal yourself or not. You want to just take a moment now and breathe and try to listen to your higher spirit, listen to your divine spirit within you, and ask if movement is the way for me to heal myself. Is that the key that I'm looking for? To heal myself fully in this life? If that is the key, keep watching. I will tell you how to do it. Right? But if it's not, it's okay. You can listen here, you can get the information, you can go somewhere else. But I'm going to teach you how to do it with movement, meditation, and Qigong. So what we want to do is we want to alchemize. So we want to take the energy that's maybe out of harmony in each of the 5 elements, and we want to change it into something else. Both the emotions and the energy itself. We want to alchemize it so that it becomes harmonic and it becomes balanced. So I want you to check right now with yourself. If you have 5 of these problems that I'm going to say, if you have 5, you're just going to be like, check, check, check. If you have 5, then I will definitely say you have a imbalance in these 3 elements that I talked about: kidney, bladder, gallbladder, liver, and stomach and spleen. So, do you have cold hands and feet? Sometimes or every day, you take a finger up. Do you have extreme tiredness, which is also called fatigue, like you feel so exhausted? Also, not only if it's winter, like, do you feel really exhausted? Take a finger up. Do you have sleep problems? That can be, you have sleep problems like, or sleeping, like waking up when you're sleeping, or you sleep too much all the time, like you want to sleep all the time. Then you take a finger. Do you have dizziness? Like, do you feel dizzy? You feel all of a sudden you're like totally dizzy. Take a finger up. You have anger issues. You have easily to get angry. You like easily to really yell at someone, or you hate anger. You never will get angry at anyone. You will never say anything. You're like, no, I won't get angry. Then you have anger issues. Also, then it goes inside. Do you have skin problems? Take a finger up. Low libido. This means you don't want to have sex with your partner or with anyone, even with yourself. You don't think about sexuality at all. You don't feel sexy at all. Take a finger up. You blame yourself. You have a negative self-talk going on inside your mind daily. You think you're not good enough, basically, it means that. And you really like blaming yourself. You feel confused. You don't know what to do. You're like all the time forgetting stuff and you're like deflecting. You feel confused. Take a finger up. And you have the tendency to overthink. That means you're like thinking all the time, like all the time thinking, what about that? What about that? What does he think about that? La la, all those things. If that's the case, take a finger up. So if you had more than 5 of these, you want to heal your liver, you want to heal your spleen, and you want to heal your kidneys. You can do that with acupuncture, with Qigong, and Dao Yin yoga. That's for sure. You can heal this. If you have these issues, I will say these are easy things to heal. Actually, if you have this, good news, it's not serious. You can heal it easily. This means you have some hormone imbalance. It doesn't mean the end of the world. You can easily heal this, really. So what we do when we practice Qigong is that we remove those old energies We get them out. All these old things, other people's negative energy, all these limiting beliefs. And then we embody the light into the dark. We embody our higher self into the organs again. And that higher frequency, that pure frequency of what was it? Peace, it was harmony, hope, determination, all these natural things that's supposed to be in your organs, we embody them. So Qigong is really a grounding practice where you become your true self in the body. It's a journey, and it's the safest spiritual path. This is something my master told me. It's the slowest spiritual path to enlightenment, but it's also the safest one because it goes slow, but because you're going down into your body. So I have a training, and this training is an online Daoist yoga and Qigong teacher training. So you'll get like a certificate and everything because I want you to be able to teach what I'm teaching you to others. And this is a special training. It's not the same that I've done so many times. This is where I will show you new ways to heal your hormones, and we will talk about the cycle, and we will heal your menstrual cycle. We will go through all the phases of the menstrual cycle. And this is the first time I'm doing it. So it's a low price offer. It's the only time that it will be this low, because this is, I'm pretty sure, why I had to go through all that suffering, right? Because I'm going to help a lot of women. So we're going to go deeply, deeply into each of the 5 elements and heal each element from the womb space. And also use special techniques to heal the womb and to heal the cycle. I will be, for the first time ever, talking about sexuality and Taoism and show you how to heal your sexual power, which is a very important part of your cycle and a very important part about being a woman. And when you join live, you will get lifetime access. So that means you will have this online teacher training for the rest of your life in my online app, and you can watch it as many times as you want. You can pull it out of your phone anytime you want to heal yourself. So this training is especially for women that have hormone problem or any cycle problem or just love working with the womb, really. You will learn a special way of doing Daoist yoga and trauma release, which I will not be teaching you now because you need to be close to me, because I will help you to get the trauma out. And for that you need support. And then you will learn a special kind of 5 elemental healing meditation. And this meditation we will be doing in 2 minutes. If you want to try a little part of it, we'll do that now. Then, these are the days. These are the days of the training. So we're beginning soon. We're beginning the 29th of November. And remember, if you join live, even if you can't join live, you will still get full access to the replay for the rest of your life. And so this is the program. We're not going to go into that now, but as you see, we're going to be here in the West, we're going to be training in the afternoon, and in the States, they're going to be training in the morning. We'll be having people joining from the States. This is what people say about my trainings. They say that they would never have been the same person without me. They say they are free of pain. They are so excited that their students are excited. They're saying that they can't even say with words how amazing the trainings are, that for sure if you join a training with me, you will heal yourself. And they feel amazing in their mind, amazing in their body, and they feel their body in a whole new way. And this is what the practices does. This is why I'm sharing it, because it changed my life and I want to help change more people's lives. So if you want to join this teacher training, You just reach out to me, you get the link. I'll be sharing the link on the Facebook group, on the Instagram account, and you will be able to join. And it's a very low price because it's the first time I'm doing it. So I'm like opening up that anyone can join. And I just want you to thank you for listening. And for those of you who want to do the meditation with me, just stay here for a little moment. I will put a little music for us, and then we'll do a short meditation, a womb 5 elemental meditation. Yeah, thank you so much. If anyone has any questions, I will be looking at that now. So Cassandra is saying, wow, look fantastic. And Thomas is saying, was it 3 or 5 things from the list? I will say, like, you can have 3 of those problems from the list and not have a hormone problem, I will say. Like, if you will have a hormone imbalance, right? And that's kind of normal. If you have 3 things, and then you also have a lot of pain when you have menstruation, or you have some problems more severe with your cycle or hormones, then you need to do something about that. 5 things, then you definitely need to do something about it. Definitely. And even if you don't have problems, like, these practices will make you feel like better. Like, I had a client today. She doesn't have any problems with her hormones, and she doesn't feel really down or anything negative, but she wanted to learn Qigong, and she decided, I will just do Qigong for a month. Like, I'll do it for a month, and then I'll see, like, how does it feel? And she says she's more happy, she's more grounded, she's less emotional, she walks lighter, and she feels like she has more energy in her body, and she feels like a different person, and she's done it for 3 weeks. So it has a lot of positive benefits to do it. That's very different from like going in the gym or something like that. It's like more about your energy, cleaning up the energy and balancing the energy. So I think we'll be jumping right into the meditation now, because I see the time is running. So I want you to like get really comfortable and put your hands on your womb. And so I'm getting really confused because, Thomas, are you a man? Because in case you're a man, you can join, but then you want to put your hands together like this in front of your belly and then focus on your kidneys because you don't have a womb. And actually, those of you who doesn't have a womb, you want to do the same. You want to all focus on the place where the womb was. So you can try to feel what is actually more comfortable for you. Like, all you focus where the womb was before and try to connect with that energy center. Or put your hands together like this and you focus on your kidneys, which are 2 organs in your... it's Katarina, great. I just want to make sure. So then if you don't have a womb, you want to focus on your kidney on your lower back. And you want to put the hands in the front like this if you don't have the womb. Otherwise, you want to put your hands on the womb and you want to do like this on the womb. You want to put it down there on the womb like this. And then you want to close your eyes. And then bring your attention to your womb or to your kidneys. And you just like, what is a womb, Cassandra? So womb means livmor in Danish. So this is your, and womb, it means the whole area. So all the part of your genitals. Så det er din kønsorganer. Det hele området. Yeah. Always ask me if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's just because a womb is also kind of a spiritual term. Like lingam. Lingam is the masculine genitals and womb is the female genitals. But it's not a common word. It's a spiritual expression for your sexual organs. Yeah. All right. So you want to put the hands like this down. And you want to close your eyes. And just take some deep breath here. And you really breathe into that space. So I'm just also going to say it in Danish. Træk vejret ind i mørket. So breathe into the dark aspect of yourself. Træk vejret ind i mørket. And then you bring awareness to the lowest part of your womb or the lowest part of your kidney space, pointing down towards the earth. And you point to that place and you imagine a blue color. And you just repeat a couple of times, I'm safe. Jeg er tryg. And then to the left side of your kidneys or womb, you're gonna imagine a green color. And you're gonna repeat, I am strong. Jeg er stærk. And you go to like the top of the womb or the top of the kidney, you imagine a red color. And you repeat, I'm calm. Jeg er rolig. Eller jeg er fredfyldt. And then you go to the right side and you see a gray color, like a silver gray color, like silver that's like shining like a axe or a knife. And you repeat, I'm free. Jeg er fri. And then you move to the center. And it's like, I'm gonna show it's like, so the center, but like in front. So center of the womb, but like maybe out here, like so in the front of the belly or in front of the kidneys. And here, from the front into the center, you see, so actually at the front. So yeah, it's like at the front. So like kind of outside, you see a yellow color. See a yellow color, and you repeat, I'm grounded. And then you want to bring all the energy from each of these points into the center of your womb and see a beautiful, all in where your womb was before. I want you to put it there. So where your dantian is, you want to see a beautiful ball of light there. And it's like we made a star. We made a circle of life and a star around the womb, balancing all 5 elements. And then you're going to talk to your womb. And I know it's really weird, but you're just going to go with it. So you're going to say to her anything she needs right now to heal. You want to give it to her. So maybe she needs a special kind of flower, a movement. What does she need? Maybe she wants roses, or like let it come, a color, and let her get that so that she can heal. And see this beautiful light, beautiful flowers, whatever it is, just healing and calming down your womb. And feel now how connected your womb is to Mother Earth and to the feminine power, which is this unconditional love that exists within everyone and everything. And just try to really feel that love, how it lives inside of you. And feel this grounding energy, this relaxing energy. And then you just let this energy like spread through your organs, through your entire body. Let it expand through yourself. And then from there, you can heal yourself and just feel how warm your body gets from this. And especially feel the connection between your heart and your womb space right now. And then slowly you're gonna let the energy come back to the womb. You can say something affirming to her, how much you love her, care for her, want to take care of her. And then we're going to take some deep breaths to close this meditation. And I want you to really enjoy and feel pleasure in your body as you're breathing in and breathing out. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. One last time. And then you're going to come back to the present moment. Thank you so much for listening and for being part of this amazing meditation. Let's like this. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a beautiful evening. If you want to join the training, let me know. Feel free to write me. And otherwise, see you out there in the cyberspace. Hi, everyone. Bye.